of this is to engage people from diverse backgrounds on how to discover their purpose and their life's dreams. My name is Laura Brown. I'm a speaker, I'm a coach, a mentor, and an entrepreneur. I consistently inspire others to go after their purpose in life by providing a step-by-step instructions to them, whether it's in business or whether it's coaching them, to give them some type of tools to reach their purpose. I believe that the personal well-being and spiritual unfolding is consistent of three things, and those three things are knowing who you are, which is your authentic identity. 2, why are you here? Your life's purpose. Number 3, the role you play in the divine order of life. That's with God. So I believe that recognizing and understanding of how the spiritual principles operate in life leads to spiritual knowledge and growth and fulfillment. Fulfillment is, as we understand it, the ability of the individual to experience and express peace, joy, love, happiness in every aspect of our lives. So tonight, I want to equip, encourage, and empower you. So let's get started. Why coaching? No matter who you are in life, if you're an athlete, you're a dancer, you're an actor, you're a business person, you want to continue to improve your game or whatever you're doing in life. So in order to do this, we all have to have some type of coach. We hire life coaches, personal trainers, and when we hire them and decide on what we want to work on, we set a goal and we begin to work on that goal together. That's part of what having a coach is doing. We work on it together. It's not me telling you what to do. It's not any of that. It's you deciding on an area that you want to work, setting a short-term or a long-term goal, and then we work on it together. I always say that coaches are agents, that we help you build bridges. So they're like relationships, so to speak. We help you to build that you want to do. And another thing, when we're coaching you and it's successful, you as the person being coached will begin to self-monitor yourself. Your personal performance, the way that you are achieving your goals that you set, whether, once again, they're short-term or long-term. And then as a coach, we're always monitoring the progress from the beginning to the end to make sure that you're achieving the goals that we set. And coaching also, it builds an effective practice within certain areas. So whatever area it is that you want to learn, communication, if you want to learn to run a business successfully, then those are the things that you will do. So with part of the coaching, there's a commitment. So commitment has to be the ability to apply consistent action toward achieving that particular goal. If you do not set a commitment to achieve that goal, if you do not believe, if you do not try, sacrifice, or any of that, then we will not be able to achieve it. So once again, the commitment means staying on course, regardless of the challenges or the distractions that you may have. Because I'm just going to be transparent. I just had a challenge a few minutes ago with this call. So one of the things that I decided was I was going to stay consistent. People that were on the beginning of the call dropped off, and they might have said, okay, she's not talking about anything I want to hear. But I just said, okay, this is a challenge, this is a distraction, and I am going to persevere and move forward. Because there's going to be things that come your way, and you've got to know how to deal with them. When you're committed on doing what it takes, then it will bring about success. I can't stress this enough. When you are committed on the course of doing the task, it will bring about success. And so one of the things is, as I travel from city to city and I'm always traveling to different places, many people often ask me, what is my secret? How do I do what I'm doing? I get that on Facebook. People inbox me. They want to know that. How am I doing what I do? And my response is always very simple. I'm not a quitter. I'm not going to give up. Yes, I may feel like it at times, but I'm not going to. There are many principles, such as keys, tips, ideas, and strategies, and concepts, and articles on how to be successful in life. But one of the foundational pieces is consistent. You have to have a consistent action. That is the most part of the foundation. If you are not consistent across the board on what you're doing, then it will not work. This means developing a never-quitting attitude, pushing yourself when you do not feel like doing it, going beyond the limit and the status quo of people who have given up on their dreams. Just because this road gets rocky, because it will, does not mean you can quit. There are going to be lots of days that you want to give up. You think you are in the wrong place. You don't know what you're doing. But guess what? That is all a part of life. You will fall, but you must get up. There are so many people who have fallen, that if they stayed down, we would never know who they are. Or, most of all, they would never live out their success. So you have to continue. You have to have that attitude that I'm not going to quit no matter what punch is thrown to me. Successful people remain committed to doing what they set out to do, regardless of what circumstances around them, what circumstance meets them in the face. Because like I stated earlier, we have problems on the call. Yes, I had you all holding, and I don't like that, and I apologize. But I was so committed to getting back on this call, starting all over, that I knew, regardless of the circumstances, this is something that you needed to hear. This is something that you dialed in to be a part of. This is something that you needed to experience. So I did not give up. I kept on. It is important to know that the commitment is more than your attitude or your mindset. You have to make it be part of a lifestyle. This is going to be part of a lifestyle for you. So just like you have a lifestyle of other things that you do, praising God, going to church, working your business day in and day out, this is adapting a lifestyle. It is just like a seed. Think about whenever you put a seed in the ground, a watermelon seed, it takes time to cultivate it, to produce it, and then it brings back the harvest. So I'm going to conclude this call by sharing some strategies for masterminding commitment that you need to do and you need to set place. So get your pens and paper out so that you can take notes, and I'll give you a few minutes. The first one is set reasonable goals. They can't be too big or you'll get discouraged and you'll never attain them. They have to be reasonable. Set a time frame, 3 months, 6 months, but set a time frame of short-term and long-term goals. A long-term goal would be over 5 years. I know I want to be a lawyer. Well, then that's a long-term goal. See yourself, for number 2, see yourself already in possession of what you desire.
what it is that you desire in your heart. I desire to be a nationally known speaker. I desire to help people all over the world, not just the United States, but to go into Africa, to go to Mexico. I feel that in my heart. So you have to feel that. Number 3, celebrate the win. And then you can prepare yourself for the life challenges for tomorrow. Celebrate. No matter how little it is, celebrate you, because you have to be your biggest cheerleader. Number 4, find a mentor. I'm telling you, you need a mentor that is going to be able to teach you the things that you need. And I always tell people, if you're being mentored by someone, make sure that they've walked this journey that you're trying to walk, and make sure that they've succeeded on the outcome. Also, make sure that you learn from your mistakes so that you don't fall back into the same trap repeatedly and repeatedly. Number 5, this is going to be a big one. Avoid the naysayers and negative people who will often try to persuade you and discourage you, simply because they're not doing it or they don't have the desire to do it. There's so many people out there, girl, don't start that business. I'm telling you, I've seen Sally, it's not going to work. Those are the naysayers. You are going to have to leave them behind. And sometimes, unfortunately, the naysayers are the people that are closest to you, which is your family and your friends. Surround yourself. I know we always say surround yourself with positive people and you will become positive. That is so true. Because then you will begin to set your mindset. And another thing, number 6, avoid being burnt out. Live a healthy lifestyle and rest well. And what I have to say about that, and I'm not going to go into depth because I have something on that relates to the financial freedom piece that we'll go over, is do not be a slave to your business. What happens is many people start their business and they were working for corporate America. You worked 40, 50 hours, maybe sometimes 60, depending on what you did. But it was not an every day or every week thing that you worked all these long hours. So then when we begin to be entrepreneurs full-time for ourselves, we become a slave to our business. Now the hours begin longer, and guess what? We're not producing. So that's all I'm going to say because I have another function over the 6 weeks that we'll go through in that. Number 7, when the going gets tough, be tough on the going. Stay put and refuse to give up. I have said this over and over tonight. When this conference call started out rocky and I had difficulties and challenges, I refused to give up. The number one thing I said is, we sound horrible, but we need to fix this and get this fixed. Things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. You cannot stop anything from happening, but don't give up. Keep on going on and fighting. So I know we are in the 13th day of this month of June, but I still want to tell you, this month, highlight your goals. Highlight the goals that you want to achieve. Tonight, after you get off of this call with me, I want you to sit down and write 5 goals and follow the principles that I've given you. Number 1, I wanted you to set a reasonable goal, so write reasonable goals on all 5 of them. Don't look back. Reach as far as you can on these goals, because I know that you have the ability to create your own world. You can do whatever it is that you are looking to accomplish. Do not give in to fear. Fear is the biggest thing that takes over on us. But every time fear begins to invade my mind and my heart, I will quote a scripture that is close to me. 2 Timothy 1:7. Make sure you look that up. For God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. So I continuously quote that. Don't think about doubt, and most of all, do not let distractions get you down. There's always going to be distractions. No matter where you are, every time you get to your greatest part of your life where you are about to have a breakthrough, the devil will begin to throw everything that he possibly can to you. It will come by the people that you least expected, which is your family, your friends, people that you thought would never say things to you to give up on your dream. Stay at your job. Don't leave it. Be there. Those are the people that are going to come sometimes, and they're going to give us that slap in the face. But I am here to tell you, do not stop and give that a second thought. Rekindle the fire in your heart. Every day you gotta treat the love of your business, the love of your purpose, the love of your passion, just like a marriage. You gotta treat that like a marriage. Because what you've got to do is rekindle the love and make sure that you still have the passion and the fire. And you, most of all, you have to pray and stay in the will of God and step out in faith. When you step out in faith, then you can reassure that you cannot fail. You won't fail. Keep doing what you have to do to make this happen. Keep reaching out to the people that you need to reach out to, the people that you need help from. Take a chance. Email them. You may be saying in your mind, oh, they'll never help me, but you will be surprised at what people will do. You'll be surprised. Sometimes there's people that will answer you, even though they charge for this time, they will answer you, and they will be glad to give you a few tips on how to make this. So one of the final things that I want to say tonight, there are a couple of books that I think that you really need to read. And one of them is, and I'm telling you, I am rereading some of these books, and I'm going to give you time to get at a place where you can write this down. One of the books that I have read is by Charles Stanley, and I'm rereading this, How to Reach Your Full Potential for God. This book is so amazing because Dr. Stanley lays out the essentials of life and the purpose that God has planned for us all specifically. And once you know more of his ways, you'll feel the joy. Once you know how to experience his peace, his beauty, then you will be in a better place. So I encourage you all to get that book. It's How to Reach Your Full Potential for God. Another one that I've read, and I'm going back and I'm going to reread this one. I've read it 2 times, and I'm going to read it a 3rd time, is Approval Addiction, Overcoming Your Need to Please Everyone. This book by Joyce Myers, when I did Christian leadership class, this book knocked me down, had me crying because I really knew that this book was talking to me. Because we want to please everyone. But Joyce Myers shows us in here how addiction is something that controls people. And they feel like they can't do without this type of thing. So we really need to get this and take it because you're insecure, and this is what will fix you. So the last book that I want to give you is by Paula White. It's You're All That. Understand God's design for your life. I've read this one, and it's about, God created each and every one of us to live with passion and joy. So this book will help you to understand that. And then, this is proven. It's for women that can steer you through the storms of your life and the massive accomplishments that you need to achieve. So I know that if you read those 3 books, that will help you. And the doors will soon open up for you. So once again, I want to thank you for getting on the Thirsty Thursdays, the Help Me series. I hope that this has been really helpful for you, and I hope that you have identified tonight on the different things that I've given to you to help you to stay focused, to help you be committed, to help you to reach the goal. Once again, this will be a 6-week call every other Thursday. And like I said, I know doors are going to open for you. Stay blessed, and thank you for joining us on the call tonight. I look forward to you joining me the next Thursday. Stay tuned to our Facebook, our Twitter, Instagram, and we will post on the next week for the Help Me series. Thank you, ladies.